In 2020, Pixar dropped a movie meant to be a fun family film, but instead, it gave millions of adults a full existential crisis about their purpose. In Coco, the afterlife was pay to win. In Soul, the afterlife is HR for the universe, and you're on a PIP. Soul looks like a colorful, innocent story about jazz music, but beneath the abstract animation lies a brutal, unforgiving critique of toxic, modern hustle culture. It viciously attacks the dangerous capitalist lie that your job equals your worth, leaving stunned viewers staring at it, the ceiling questioning their life choices. This is the dark truth. Welcome back to Toon Therapy. Today, Soul. Joe Gardner is a depressed, middle-aged school band teacher, trying desperately to escape the afterlife after falling down an open manhole. Joe isn't just passionate about jazz, he is completely and dangerously consumed by it, constantly ignoring his mother and treating other humans like waiting rooms to talk about himself. He bought entirely into the ultimate modern delusion that human beings must constantly earn the right to exist on this planet by being exceptional, highly productive, and famous. The Great Before isn't a whimsical, magical playground. It is a clinical corporate assembly line explicitly designed to commodify human personality before we even step foot on Earth. The movie introduces us to two terrifying, distinct spiritual states called the Zone and the Lost Soul.
Really?
Which actually exist in the exact same physical cosmic space. When you are in the zone, you feel pure joy, but the moment that joy mutates into a toxic obsession, you instantly become a blind, wandering lost soul. This is the ultimate corporate horror story, because Pixar is warning us that the creative things we love can easily become the psychological cages that trap us forever. Joe thinks he is living life to the complete fullest, but he is actually just as lost as the anxious, depressed hedge fund managers wandering around the astral plane. The emotional climax of Soul doesn't happen during a massive cosmic battle. It happens entirely inside a quiet, dimly lit living room while sitting alone at a piano. Joe finally plays the big show and gets the applause he always wanted, but he walks outside, looks at his idol, and asks a heartbreaking question: what is next? She tells him the parable of a young fish. Joe still didn't get it. He goes home, sits at his piano, and silently looks at the ordinary items of Soul 22 collected while in his body, including a simple maple seed and pepperoni crust. He suddenly realizes the darkest, deepest truth of all. Your spark isn't your soul's grand purpose, it is simply the basic human willingness to actively look around and live. Why did Soul mess people up so badly when it released? Because it directly proves to high-achieving adults that standard textbook success is ultimately and completely empty inside. For a modern society built entirely on constant, exhausting productivity, this message is highly revolutionary. Soul 22 didn't need to achieve, Joe just needed to learn how to exist. This is the therapy. Your deep trauma isn't your fault, but healing is your responsibility. I'm your therapist, Ann. This is Toon Therapy. We break down cartoons so they don't break you. Next, Orion in the Dark, why your 8 p.m. anxiety has a Pixar budget. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. See you next trauma.